He always tells me to never give up, especially if it's my dream. It's helped me get through a lot.
I love you, and good night and good morning.
Something my dad always says to me is, I love you. Sometimes he doesn't hear me, but he tries his best to say I love you almost every day.
Love one another and try and spend as much time as you can when you have time.
Oh my gosh, my dad has taught me so many things, but I think the biggest thing that my dad has taught me is the respect that I deserve from someone who loves me. Just modeling that for me in his marriage to my mom and his relationship with me. Definitely, he has taught me how to love.
With my own kids, he's get control now, but in the sense like, don't be their best friend. There'll be a time in your life when it's to be a best friend, and right now is, enjoy the fun times and the memories, but you gotta get control and teach them and show them how to grow, and like I said, there'll be a time in my life where both my boys will be my best friends, and I recognize that now because my dad and I bumped heads extremely hardcore when I was a teenager, and I get what he was doing now that I'm a father, that he was just guiding me and pushing me in the direction that I needed to go in life. And I could definitely say that my dad and he's my best friend. He's a guy I call now. Still kind of teaches me every moment that he can, but I get what he's trying to teach me about my kids now.
He taught me soccer, he taught me how to wrestle, and he taught me how to dirt bike. That he is my dad.
The fact that he's overcome everything we have in this last year. He's been in and out of the hospital through chemo and radiation. And it's just really inspiring to watch him continue to be the guy we know and love today. And it's just amazing to see that. And, sometimes when life gets tough, I just kind of think about all he's been through, and it's like, it's not that bad. So I'm just, yeah.
Continue family on the park. I like to do yard work with my dad. Sometimes going fishing while we're camping together. So how would I describe him? He's funny. He's pretty good at pretty much everything, and he's really fun to do stuff with. That he's cool, he's funny, and that he's loving, and that he's kind. My dad is kind and thoughtful. He is 5'9". I think he's probably about 50 or 90 feet long or tall. My dad likes to go camping. Fixing cars.
My dad's favorite thing to do is play guitar on the worship team, and he really likes to draw.
A lion. If my dad was an animal, he would be an eagle.
He would want to be a lion or a bear or a tiger, but I would say a giraffe because they are abnormally tall.
I love his hugs, and I love listening to him tell stories.
I enjoy the small things where we just sit together and talk, or sometimes even doodle.
My dad is good at basketball.
Something my dad's really good at is taking time to stop and smell the roses. He doesn't really like to move fast, and he thinks about everything he does, and it's something he's just good at is to sit back and look at the big picture.
Any place with churros. When my brother was in an orchestra for a little while playing the tuba, my dad and I would go and pick him up. But first we would go to different places to try the different churros.
My dad's favorite place to go is the Oakland Athletics Stadium.
Indian Falls, Tahoe, the basketball court, and I don't know where else, but yeah.
Batman, because that's his favorite person.
My dad would be Superman.
I don't know, Batman or, yeah, he would probably be compared to that person.
I think the superhero my dad would most be like is probably Professor X, because he just knows everything. He's usually pretty quiet and pretty reserved, but he's very good at reading people, and it just seems natural.
Because he acts like him, kind of deep voice a little bit, and yeah.
Batman, because he used to watch it as a little kid, and at his house he wasn't allowed to watch it, so he had to go to a neighbor's house to watch it, and he tells that story a lot.
He's the best dad in the world, and I really like that he is.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry. Just thank you. Thank you, Dad, for being you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for always being my biggest cheerleader and supporting me through everything that life has thrown my way. Thank you for being a spiritual role model and just enjoying hanging out together. I am truly blessed to have you as my dad.
You're the best. I love you. Thanks for everything. That Zac Brown song, My Old Man, comes to mind. Yeah, I mean.
I love my daddy. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being my father, and thank you for loving me.
I wouldn't want anybody else as a father, and you're already a great grandpa, and I look forward to, looking back on my life and looking at all the memories that I've had with you, and the times and the laughing and hunting, and nobody could have done it better.
I love you, and I'm really proud of you.
I'd say I love you and that you're the best dad in the world, and thank you for teaching me life lessons and things that I can do when I become an adult. He's the best dad ever.